The Sega CDX is a Genesis and Sega CD combo unit, released in the summer of 1994 for the amazing low price of $399. Thankfully, the system is quite small with a significantly smaller footprint than a normal Sega CD and Genesis. It also requires just a single power cable, which is an awesome bonus. The small size, in addition to housing two AA batteries, allows the CDX to also function as a normal portable CD player. Normal CD controls are on the top of the unit, and a headphone jack with volume knob are along the side. It's admittedly bulky, but it is a neat addition nonetheless. Moving along, the front of the unit features a power button and a pair of controller ports. The controller ports aren't parallel, however, and both are mounted at an angle. In addition to the volume knob and headphone port on the side, there is also a line out. This actually outputs a great low noise signal, perhaps the cleanest of any Genesis I've ever owned. The back of the CDX features just a power port, using the hard-to-find MK4121 power adapter. I've always used a standard Model 2 power adapter without any issue, but it would be nice to feed the unit the correct amount of current. Finally, along the right edge is a standard Model 2 AV port. I find this a bit inconvenient, however, as it does increase the system's footprint when on a shelf. Still, the Sega CDX is an extremely dense and compact unit, and I assume this was a design compromise to keep everything as small as possible. Of course, the best part of the system is its ability to play both Sega Genesis games along with Sega CD games, letting you play both Musha and Robo Aleste on one compact unit. I really only have two issues with the Sega CDX. First, the video quality is not perfect. Gray colors have a lot of noise, and there tends to be some ghosting in high contrast areas. The Sega CDX cannot compete with the nearly flawless video output of my 3/4 motherboard Model 2 or the Sega Nomad. Second, the unit is somewhat uncommon and expensive, with prices averaging around $100. You can generally pick up a Genesis, Sega CD, and plenty of extras for around the same price. On a side note, the Sega CDX is the only way I can actually play Knuckles Chaotix. I own two 32Xs, two copies of Knuckles Chaotix, and no combination of game or hardware will work on my Model 2 Genesis. However, the CDX plays both copies of the game on both my 32Xs without any issues. It's very strange, and also the reason I keep it around. Overall, the Sega CDX is an extremely cool piece of Sega hardware. The audio quality out of the line out is excellent, the picture quality is good enough for most, it requires just a single power cable, and allows me to play Knuckles Chaotix. If you value any of these things, then Sega's tiny little CDX is worth the premium over the more common hardware.